Hello everyone. So, this is the very beginning of a very large project for us. And that is, we're going to be going through we're going to be going from A Realm Reborn all the way through Endwalker. On straight. So, first off, we're going to start with... We have Muir, which is our actual character. And then we have, like, I don't know, a surrogate family or something. But anyway, Muir, I know it's original, is going to be the character that we go all the way through the MSQ up to where Fen is. And we're going to just jump over to Fen. But for now, we're going to be starting with the cities.
Here. Here. Feel.
Oh no, the bad guys. Oi, you alright, lad? You were moaning in your sleep, and you sleep and sweating buckets besides. Rolling in the ship. Rolling in the ship got your stomach churning, has it? Don't seem like seasickness. Now that I get a look at you. Now that I look at you. It'll be the Aether, it'll be the Aether then, I reckon. Some are more sensitive to the stuff than others, see. And we ain't too far from Vilbren now, which is chock full of Aetherites. No need to fret, though. You'll soon get used to it. Oh. Might as well be in bloomin' seasickness. Ship's leaping round like an demented chocobo today. I reckon I might head out on deck, give myself a breath of fresh air. Limsa Lominsa's still a fair way off. And the case you were under, and seeing as you're awake and all, how about you keep me company till we get there? Them young'uns don't much care for conversation, see. Anyway, Brennan's the name, and peddling's my trade. I like how they bring up the Charlians, like, right from the start. Like, you don't know who Alizé and Elfino are, but they're just shown to you right from the get-go. And then you don't see them again for 15 levels. That's good storytelling. Ah, smell that salty sea breeze. Now then, lad, judging from your unusual garments, I'd say you're one of them new adventurers. Am I right? I knew it. Going where the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory. That's what I call living. So, as long as you can avoid dying, I mean. Ain't no secret that adventuring's a risky business. Especially these days, especially. What was it that first attracted you to it? Glory. Glory, eh? Well, if you're willing to take on them tasks as other folks ain't, an adventurer such as yourself can win fame that coin can't buy. When you arrive in town, you'll want to report to the Adventurers Guild. You can find out everything you know about the adventuring business in there. Just remember though, there's more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no profit in being dead, and that's a fact. Oh, now what's happening? Hey, look over there. Oh. Oh. Bloody pirates! Ships off the starboard bow! Pirate killers! Hey, come on. Pirates? Bloody hells. Have you no sense? Get below! What's the world coming to? Pirates firing on ships flying Lominsian colours. Bastards either have a boatload of balls or bugger all for brains. You can rest easy, friends. We've made it out of cannon. We've made it out of cannon range, and no buccaneer's bark will catch this flighty temptress once the wind's in her sails. That was too bleeding close. I'm glad one of us kept his head on his shoulders. I reckon I'd lost mine otherwise. Them pirates gave up the chase. We must be close to port. Well, let's head on up to deck. Let's head on up deck and have a look, shall we? I hope everything's working out nicely. Seems to be. By the by, is this your first trip to Limsa Lominsa? Yes. Is it? Well then, let this journey itinerant tell you the ins and outs of your destination. Limsa Lominsa prides itself on being Iosia's foremost naval power. Weren't too long ago that place was ruled by pirates, but thanks to the current admiral's civilizing influence, the city-state could almost pass for a respectable nation. Never guessed it was once a rum-swilling buccaneer herself. Of course, most folks ain't so quick to change, and with a town full of liberty-loving ruffians, you can imagine how many naysayers and troublemakers she's got to deal with. Like them pirates who took a fancy to us. And if that weren't bad enough, I've heard the Sahagan are raiding the coast just as bold as you please. Them are sea-dwelling beastmen the locals call fishbacks, in case you didn't know. Ah, at long last, land ho. Behold, Limsa Lominsa, a nation blessed by the ocean's bounty and beloved by Limalian. Limalian, goddess of navigation.
Windswept Isle, in the southwestern corner of the realm. Amidst the roiling waves of the Rotano Sea lies the maritime city-state of Limsa Lominsa. To this haven for bandits and brigands, cutthroats and curs, seekers of both freedom and fortune, comes a lone adventurer. Lone yet not alone, for the hero's arrival has drawn the gaze of the nation's patron deity, Lim Lane. What realm-shaking fate has she descried in the churning waters of this mortal's future?
Ah, here's where we part ways, son. I'm up to the markets to deliver me wares, and it's on to the high road for me. Here, I wanted to have this. Oh yeah, thanks for saving me arse earlier. Hey, you never did tell me your name, did you? Well, here's an idea. Become the sort of storied personage that I can brag about having met, and I'll consider us square.
Through peril and hardship, discovery and triumph, may the navigator guide this brave soul on his life's voyage. Till sea swallows all.
Very nice entrances. Hey, you there. Yeah, I mean you. This is my district. I make it my business to know all the scum that washes up in it. Huh? Aye, an adventure fresh off the boat it is. Is it? Well then. Allow one of Limsa Lominsa's finest to set you on the right path. Up to it, lad. And good all day. Welcome to Limsa Lominsa, a bustling city-state filled with scoundrels and brigands, the rough-cut diamond of the Rotano Sea. Please select a control scheme that you want to use. Mouse and keyboard. Oh, follow the instructions? Oh my. Okay, sounds good. When you're ready, proceed to speak to that guy. I think we did it. Over here in the bleeding hills, you think you're going? Told you to get over here. Oi. Now then, I'm sure you're itching to explore, but adventurers are required to register their presence in the city. And without a bit of local knowledge, you're like to get your throat slit by some piss in some piss stinking alley. So, before you do anything else, get yourself into the Drowning Winch and enroll in the Adventurers Guild. Just take that lift right over there. It's not far, just head straight down the street and speak to Gurfer. He'll show you how to work that big moving platform we call the Crow's Lift. That'll take you to the pub. Once you're there, look for a fellow named Baderon. He's the proprietor of the winch. Might curse like an ale-sodden sailor, but the man's got a soft spot for wide-eyed newcomers like yourself. He'll set you straight. Got all that? Good. Now run along. May the navigator guide you on your journey. Right. You have begun a quest. Use the duty list to complete your task. It's right over here. Isn't that wonderful? Yes, I know how to do this. Thank you. Gafar. Welcome to Limsa Lominsa. If you mind to visit the Drowning Winch, the Crow's Lift will take you right there. Let's go. Alright, so you go over here and you put the 3 snails like this. Collecting rewards. Baderon. And, well, that person didn't pay up. And, greetings to you, lad. What'll it be? Ah, but you ain't here for a drink, are you? You come with a mind to try your hand at adventuring, I reckon. Well, you'll find no shortage of work here in Limsa. The name's Baderon, and this most hospitable of all distilleries is the Drowning Winch. It is also the home of the Adventurers Guild here in Limsa. That's why we got a desk specially for handling guild business. And why I seem to spend more time saving the necks of whelps like yourself than wetting the throats of me regulars. Adventurers have a knack for finding trouble, see? Not that they need it in these parts on account of there being trouble wherever you look. If you manage to steer clear of the fishbacks and the kobolds outside the city, the pirates inside will get you instead. And if they don't manage, there's always the Garlean Empire to finish that job. Oh, no one knows what they're planning, of course. But if they're planning anything, you can be sure it's to kill the lot of us. Aye, this town seems peaceful at a glance, but look again, and you'll see the people living in fear of what tomorrow might bring. And who can blame them? After everything that's happened, Eorzea took a mighty blow during the calamity. But our homes weren't the only things that got wiped off the face of existence by that thrice-damned bastard of a dragon. It took our bleeding memories, too. No one's been able to explain it in a way that makes any ounce of sense. None of the folks that saw it and lived can tell the tale, seem to agree on how the tale actually goes. 'Tis all foggy, like recollections from an ardent night on the ale. You can imagine why people might fear the future if they can't rightly remember the past. But there is one thing we can all remember, and that's that a group of adventurers that laid down their lives to drag Eorzea back from the brink when she was bound for the abyss. Well, I say we remember. Truth is, though, we ain't forgotten what they did for us. The gods' damned calamity spawned memory loss, robbed us of their names. It won't even let us picture the damn faces. It's like staring into a gull flying in front of the sun. All you see in your mind's eye is a shadow set against the blinding glare. And that's how every bugger describes it, by the way. Give or take the odd gull. It's this what's got people calling the heroes the warriors of light. If Limsa's ever gonna pull this time of darkness, ever gonna put this time of darkness behind it, it's gonna need venturers that'll banish fear. Gonna need new heroes like the ones we lost. Maybe one day you'll be one of them. And that's why any aid we can give to a venturer is efforts well spent. What do you say, lad? Willing to lend us his strength? No. Be thanks to you. And the navigator in a wall. I knew she'd steer you my way for a reason. But listen to me yattering on like a sun-touched fishwife. Tis high time we got your mark in me book. Put your scroll ready. Fenris Muir, is it? That's a fine name, is it? Congratulations, you're now an upstanding member of the Adventurers Guild. You there, adventurer. You sailed in on the last ferry, did you not? A captain reported being attacked by a pirate vessel, and several witnesses have testified independently that a passenger matching your description went on deck mere moments before the incident took place. Sending your friends signals, were you? What? Oh, now hold on there just a moment, officer. Yeah, I got the wrong bloke. This fine, upstanding young gent is my dear departed grandmother's, sisters, nieces, cousins, the closest companion. The lad wouldn't be caught dead fraternizing with such unsavory elements. Oh, is that right? Well, you are surely aware of the recent kidnappings. Respectfully, then, we cannot be too trusting of outsiders at a time when the loyalty of even our closest friends are in doubt. Aye, you make a good point there, officer. A very good point. Very wise. You needn't worry, though. I keep one eye open at all times. Me and two more often than not. Now, sir, what do you say to a tankard of me finest ale before you return to your duties, eh? Not that watered-down cup of piss like last time, I should hope. Oh, no. You ain't got the faintest idea what you're talking about, officer. The winch might offer some of the cheapest grog this side of the Strait of Marithor, but that don't mean I won't get you good and pickled. And look, there's a chair over there just crying to be sat on. So kick off your boots, eh? Well, free ale sounds good to me. You'll have to excuse the eager bloody yellow jackets. There've been a spate of kidnapping, see? And they ain't got a clue as to who's behind them. Naturally, they've been taken to clapping irons on anybody who looks vaguely suspicious. Which means venturers, visitors, and pretty much every other bugger else in this town. Don't take it personal, though. Us Lominsians can be an headstrong bunch of bastards. 'Tis true, but given time, we'll grow on you. Now, where was I? Oh yeah. Welcome to Limsa Lominsa, where the sea's as green as the faces of patrons after a few too many black belly whiskies. Now, take a moment to gather your wits, and we'll get started with learning you the ways of the city. I think you hit decline. You have to do that again. He's like, why did you stop? Okay, the introductory tutorial. You've taken the first steps. Betaron is your bestest, ultimate, super duper mega friend. Also as this. So, let's go ahead and get right into it. Betaron, the provider of the Drowning Winch, wants you to perform 3 tasks that will help you learn the fundamentals of adventuring. Ooh, the fundamentals. Right then, let's start you off nice and easy with 3 tasks that'll help you get used to life here in Limsa. First, If you head down to the floor and point your nose west, you'll get an eyeful of the great glowing crystal in the middle of the courtyard. Yeah, it's an aetherite. Device that can move you from one place to another in the blink of an eye. Ain't no swifter way to travel, providing that there's aetherite where you want to go, of course. Have a chat with the yellow jacket on guard in front of there, and you'll be treated to a lecture on the workings of the device. Before you do that, though, remember to touch the thing. Strange as it sounds, it won't work till you have. Second on the list is the marketplace. You'll find the weapons and armor. Armor and all your venturing bits and pieces for sale in the district that lies beyond the Aetherite. Don't go throwing around your guild just yet, though. Or you'll get fleeced quicker than you can say. Why is my coin purse so light? Have a word with Swozblade instead. He's the head of the Merchants Guild, by the way. Give him this old accent, and he'll treat you well. For your last of me helpful hints, I suggest you meet some fellow axe wielders up in the Marauders Guild. I guarantee you'll learn a few new tricks swinging that head splitter of yours if you don't join the crew. Blauthota at the front desk is the one to get you started. Got all that, lad? Seeing to those 3 tasks will take you on a little jaunt around the city and help you work out where everything is. I'd best be getting on. Run along, eh? Bugger it. There I go, sending you off without telling you something crucial. That bloody calamity has made a bright mess of my memory, I swear. Well, that of the ale, any roads. While you're out, if you happen to pass any poor sods that look like they might need some help, consider giving their tale a listen, eh? Sounds like a chore, I admit, but you never know what interesting opportunities could be lurking out there, just waiting for you to stumble on them. For example, Nia over yonder has been casting glances at you ever since you waltzed in. Why not lend an ear to what she's got to say, eh? You'd like to find yourself running odd errands in the beginning. Once you build a reputation as a man folks can trust, you'll get jobs. The jobs will get harder, and the rewards will get more generous. If you got time, take the advice of the smith over here in the winch. The lads as bear the title have some fine advice for them that are just starting out in the profession. And that, my lad, is how you go about becoming a legend among adventurers. Hello? I'm a smith. Right. To leave this drowning wench, you must accept the quest of making a name by speaking with Nania. Nania. Right. Well, let's do this then. Nania. Well, would you look at this? A shiny new adventurer. Listen close, lad. I've got some information that might just help you on the map here in Limsa. I was passing through Bulwark Hall not long ago, and I saw a bunch of herbs just scattered about on the ground. Now, I'm not entirely certain, but I think they might have been black market wares known as dreamflowers. Limsa Lominsa is a busy port, and not all the merchants that blow across the strait are above board. If you know what I mean. How'd the plants end up in the mizzen mast? Who knows? Might have been a deal gone wrong. The important thing is that you make a name for yourself by handing them in. Speak to Skeynrail. She'll get you down to the first floor. Then all you'll have to do is pick up the herbs and take them to Adelscafe in the Octet. Being a worldly captain, he'll know a thing or two about such shady goods. Oh yes, all the shady goods. Hold up there, lad. Before you trot out the door, Straight into some crag's ambush. You might want to partake in the wench's wisdom, proprietor and patrons both. Fine. Skate rail. Do you wish to visit Bulwark Hole below? The crow's lift is ready when you are. Down we go. Interacting. Man menu. Navigation. Main scenario quest. Alright, well, let's go grab these. Sanctuaries, yes. I know about sanctuaries. Thank you. So you can scroll out, you can scroll in. I think you can go into first person, but I don't really remember how to do it. I think it's like a toggle. But anyway. Alright, let's pick up all these peculiar herbs. Hand them over to somebody. Be like, hey, know what these are? And he's like, yeah, sure. Those are like common plants. Yes, I am Adelskeef. Have some herbs you wish for me to examine? Yes, as you suspected, these are the highly illegal blooms known as dream flowers. They are the prime ingredients in the creation of somnus, a substance whose fragrance is said to lull the sniffer's mind into the sleep of death. Forgive me. I could not resist the jest. These herbs are not more than ethyl lavender, a common enough export of Limsa Lominsa. In fact, these probably spilled from crates that were loaded onto my very own ship. I think someone has been having a bit of fun with you, son. But don't worry not. You learned a few things, made a new acquaintance. Well met. Thank you. We just touch this. We stroke it. Like an aetherite. I guess we have like our quartz hanging around our neck. Ah, another novice adventurer. I better on scent a few more of your kind this way of late. Huh? I am Sundamal, one of the Yellow Jackets tasked with keeping the peace in the city. It is also my charge to provide guidance to the use of this device. Fear not, I shall be brief. Now, turn your textbook to chapter 1 of 50. We're going to start with the first page, and oh, I'm just kidding. Aetherites are crystalline structures that tap into ethereal energies. They are primarily used as a means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Return and teleport, the most common transportation spells, make direct use of aetherites and their connection to the flow of aether. And as these devices are found in almost every corner of Eorzea, any adventurer worth the name will wish to seek out and attune himself to each one. Once you have expanded your horizons beyond the walls of the city, you will soon find yourself performing the act of attunement as a matter of course. There is, however, no need for unseemly haste. Aetherites found in and around the city will be sufficient for the present, I assure you. Should you wish to learn more about aetherites or transportation magic, or teleportation magic, I will be here to answer your questions. We learned to return. You attune with the aetherite. You are now able to use the return spell. Whether it has an hour cooldown, something like that. 15 minutes. Okay, so we've got that. Over here on our map, you can see that. Oh, right, we need to set everything. Okay, we'll set this... Oh, control. We'll put it over here. Don't need that. Damn it. We were menuing. Suppose late. Ah, fine evening to you, sir. Welcome to the most replete marketplace In the grand realm of Eorzea, where every shelf groans under the weight of the wonders born from all the corners of the world. Pray browse the stalls until your eyeballs ache from ogling the overabundance of unbelievable bargains. Now, as much as I would love to elaborate upon the unrivaled quality of our merchandise, I must tend to some cargo, but recently arrived at the dock. You bear a gift from Betaron? Whatever could it... my octant. By the navigator, I must have left it behind on the winch, along with a week's pay and several bells worth of intoxicated memories. I am most grateful to have it back. This tool is a keepsake from my days as a ship captain, you see. Needless to say, your good deed must be repaid, and what better recompense than the wisdom of Master Merchant? If it is simple and sturdy adventuring equipment you seek, you need look no further than the east and west arms of Hawker's Alley. Lest you doubt, each gil you invest in arms and armor will be money well spent. Adventuring is, after all, a dangerous profession by its very nature. It goes without saying that Hawker's Alley boasts stalls specializing in tools of every martial discipline imaginable. And within a few steps are bazaars and apothecaries that will most amply supply all your potion and perishable needs. Our keen-eyed agents procure a frankly befuddling range of wares during their sojourns to distant lands, so it pays to become familiar with the type and price of the goods offered by each stall. Such knowledge will serve you well if your purse is light and your time is short. But verbal instruction of this kind will profit you only so much. Experience has ever been the surest teacher, if not the kindest. I invite you to explore the markets yourself. Thank you. Alright, on to the Marauders Guild. But before we do that, let's go attune ourselves so we can quickly get around. And then we will quickly run our way through the MSQ up to when we become the Envoy. We now have access to the Ethernet. Quickly travel around the city. Sounds good. When are we going to get our Chocobo? Don't really need to come down here. This is the Arcanists Guild. And we are not an Arcanist. Let's go to the main plaza. Because it'll be faster than just walking. Now let's try going up here. I wonder if you can import all your settings from one character to another. That would be useful. Normally in FF14 you don't need multiple characters. Let's go get this first. This Ethernet bit first, so that we can then just teleport back to the Marauders Guild as needed. Yeah, just a nice way to get everyone to actually do the Ethernet shards of the Marauders Guild. Oh, there you are. Who there, adventurer? Curious about the Marauders Guild, are ya? Any axe worth swinging needs two hands on the haft, and has a blade that can make short work of any galley's mast. That's the kind of weapon I remember trained to use with deceptive swiftness and all too predictable force. Are you interested in hearing more, lad? Then why don't I give you a short version of the guild's founding history, and we can go from there. It all started with ships. You see, we've ships that do. We have ships got to do with what have ships got to do with axes, you ask? Well, building them would be pretty bloody difficult without a sturdy tool to lop down trees for timber. And since only the navigator herself knows when the ship will run afoul of a storm, of course, it makes sense for the crew's carpenter to carry an axe on board, hey? On board. Aye, it all started with a ship building and ship repairing. What? I'm bored, eh? As I was saying, any tool on a ship can become a weapon, and an axe was perfect for hooking yourself over the rail of an enemy vessel, letting loose a whirl of steel and generally laying waste all about you. As more seafarers took up the axe as their weapon of choice, so did the bloody art of the marauder begin to take shape, especially among the pirates. Strength and skill decided your place in the world. With an eye to assembling crews of battle-ready raiders, the pirates started teaching the proper way to wield a chopping blade to the new recruits, and that's how the Marauders Guild first came to be. But once the Galadion Accord was signed to unite the Maelstrom and the pirates against Limsa's enemies, the whole game changed. The Accord itself was a dismal failure, of course. But the Marauders Guild was never the same. It was taken over, restructured, and purged of its pirate elements. It had been reborn as an institution dedicated to naught but the teaching of axe fighting. Members of this new Marauders Guild weren't no greed-driven cutthroats neither. They were warriors that sought to use their martial prowess for the good of society. If mastering the axe is your heart's desire, you'll find no better arena in which to practice your swings. Think it over, and let me know if you fancy joining our ranks. I've a feeling I'll be seeing more of you soon, lad. Yeah, you decided to swing the axe with the Marauders, then? I have. Alright then. All that you need's doing now is to speak with the Axe Master himself. Sound simple? I've seen folks slink out the door rather than put themselves in the path of that unnerving gaze. That's the bloke right there in the middle of the room. Runzoin's his name. Put some steel in your spine and look him straight in the eye when you talk to him, lad. Good fortune to you. You. Yes, I am Wordzoin, Axe Master they call me. Not the most imaginative titles, I agree, but one should not underestimate the value of directness. I welcome your interest in our guild. The art of the Marauder is used to rend, to cleave, and to destroy. It is not our way to simply outfight our adversaries. We seek to overwhelm them. A Marauder must be the most powerful and enduring presence on the battlefield. We must account for the most enemies defeated. Our role in combat is that of the steel whirlwind, dealing death and destruction without equal. No doubt the question has already been put to you by Blafota. But once more, I shall challenge your commitment. Are you prepared for the bloody carnage that awaits an initiate of the Marauders Guild? Yes. Very well. Your name? Attend me then, Fenris. Hold fast to this moment of dedication. The path of the Marauder is a jagged and perilous one. The blood that spills at your feet will oftentimes be your own. You stand now as a student of the axe. Let us waste no time in testing the edge of your chosen weapon. You shall wade straight into combat, as befits a novice of our discipline. Go forth and slay the bleating, scurrying, crawling pests that plague the outskirts of Limsa Lominsa. Lost lambs, wolf rats, and little ladybugs shall be your most piteous adversaries of this day. Return to me once 3 of each creature has fallen to your blade. It's like, take your axe, and take your weapon of war, your axe, your instrument of complete and utter destruction, and go kill some house cats. Strike down 3 vicious chihuahuas. It's just like, don't worry about it. Don't think about it. Don't worry. They had it coming. His finger got bitten by a chihuahua, and he's just like, oh, there you are, Fenris. Enjoy your jaunts around the city, did you? If you mean to base yourself in Limsa Lominsa, that won't be the last time you'll visit them three places. And now you got some idea of what's going on here. You can start exploring the rest of the town. Ish, you've shown a good ear for listening, lad. Stick with old Betaron, and you'll go far. Thank you, old Betaron. Now it's just time to get the rest of these aetherites. Yeah, I was just thinking, that one guy from that one movie, that one TV show, I forget what he's called, like the Oz or Fez or something. He really likes aetherites. He looks in the mirror, pulls out his comb, goes, aetherites! I know, I'm sorry, I'll show myself out. Okay, so we need to get down now. The lower level. So we'll just go through here. You don't need to take left, you can just go down the stairs, it's fine. Get some cardio, right? And there are some more aetherites, I think, that we're missing. Yeah, down there. So we need to... on my with all my other hotbars, like it's Shift C for sprint, and just C for chuck-a-bell. Alright, but you want to get all the aetherites. That definitely helps you, because it makes traveling much faster. Officer, we're traveling, not driving. Oh man, just imagine Limsa Lominsa just full of sovereign citizens. Okay, we jump down? No. We need to go across the bridge to get over there. So I remember somebody imported Limsa Lominsa into VR chat, if you guys are interested in that. You can walk around. There aren't any NPCs, but you can at least walk around Limsa. Alright. Let's go. Okay, how do I get here? Do I go down here? I think I do. A little maze-like. But that's Limsa for you. Now, I don't know how changed this place is compared to previous eras. Because this is one of the first places, so this was like designed for the PS2. Yeah, I think it was PS2. You attune yourself to all the aetheroid shards in Limsa Lominsa. The Zephyr Gate and the Tempest Gate and the airship landing are now accessible Aethernet destinations. Yeah, so now we can get to... Now we can get out of here. So other... I think we need to go to west. No, we don't need to go to Western Thonalon. Little Lonosea. We need to go here. Right, let's do that then. Mapping the land. Come here, rat. Take that, you little turd. Okay, so we just need a bunch of these. Go and slaughter all these little animals. It's gonna be great. Okay, we don't need more warp rats. The Orsian version of PETA is gonna be coming after us. It's so weird not having our ranged attack. Get over here. Okay, so we need Lost Lambs. And Lost Lambs are over there. So, let's run. Okay, so, for those who are new, there's really no reason to... If I recall correctly, there's no reason to just grind. Excellent. We have this ability now. Heavy swing. Oh yeah, combos. Pretty standard. Now I need to go to the Marauders Guild. They update the UI for that? I'm not sure. Windsor, you are returned to me a different man. Already your face shows a harder cast, a realization of the slaughter which you are capable. But there is much training to be done before you will wield the axe to its fullest potential. Learn well your lessons, build your strength, and make each swing an instinctive act. We're already just unconsciously putting puns in. You shall have this hunting log to aid you in this endeavor. The pages are marked with the opponents suitable for honing your skill. There are, of course, myriad methods by which you might improve your technique. But when the way forward is not readily apparent, the log provides a reliable source of challenges. Every blow of your weapon will clear another step towards the mastery of the Marauder way. Implacable, relentless, you must be your momentum on both the practice grounds and the battlefield. Once we hit level 5, we'll be able to go and get more quests. But until then, we need to level up just a little bit. Now, how we can do that, I actually like how they do this, because we can go over here to logs, we can go to that Utten log, and we can see these guys. And so, we can go kill those. We get bonus experience for each one we kill, and stuff tends to work pretty well. It's H. It also tells us where they are. Middle, or lower. But we can use this, and we can just go out there. We want to go to the middle right now, and that'll let us go and just start clearing stuff out. Combos, experience points, binding items. Makes sense. Yeah, so what I like about this is that, so if I attacked that Gobu and then someone killed it for me, I would get all of the experience. I would get 100% experience, and then the other person would get extra experience based on just helping. Which encourages people to help others kill enemies. So you can't kill steal from each other. Which is nice. Come here, little ladybug. You're gonna get what's coming to you. Bang. Okay, sick. That's lower. Middle, B-Cloud, eh? Summerford's Farms. Well, we might as well head out to Summerford Farms. It is over here. So let's do that. So we just want to go to Summerford so that we can... Excellent. On to Summerford. Alright, cool. So characters automatically do auto attacks even if you don't see them. So there's no reason to delay in doing an auto attack. Okay, we have these tiny mandragores. We might as well just do part of this hunting log while we're here. It won't matter since we are going to be good. What? Already? We already leveled up again. We have a third one. This is grants 3 stacks of Berserk, each stack guaranteeing weapon skill, attacks or criticals, and direct hits. Increases the damage dealt when under the effect that raises critical hit rate or direct hit chance. Nice. Okay, the weight system, the fate system, and quality items. Oh, we probably got an item from that, actually. What is this? Ring of Fidelity? I guess we'll equip it. And we don't have anything else. Sounds good. So now that we have that, let's see. What else is in middle? Bogey, a boggy, wounded aurochs. I think a lot of these we're going to be killing as like part of quests. So instead of that, let's